Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the kickoff for the pre-show for Wrestlemaina weekend. So we're kicking things off this weekend with a one-on-one match for the Intercontineal Championship. As Dominik Mysterio will get his first match with the Intercontineal Champion on the line, as he is going against the man, the myth, the legend, the NXT Champion Carmelo Hayes. He's accompanied by his sidekick, Trick Williams. Carmelo Hayes is also inside the men's Money in the Bank match, which takes place on Sunday, as he is going against 7 other competitors who are hungry, just as Carmelo himself, for a match for championship gold at either the Undisputed Champion of Champions, which is Alex Young, currently holds, as he faces Gamer in the main event of night 2 or day 2, or they can go after the current defendants world champion, which is the Rated R Superstar, and Edge, as he faces Gunther, the men's Royal Rumble winner, later tomorrow on day 1. But Carmelo cannot think about the Money in the Bank match at this moment, because he needs to focus on Dominik Mysterio and Rhea Ripley. Because if it wasn't for Rhea Ripley, you could think that Axiom could have had Dominik and still be the Intercontinental Champion, and still be and have the opportunity to compete here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada at Wrestlemaina. And Axiom vs Carmelo would have been one hell of a match to watch. But instead we get Dominik Mysterio versus Carmelo Hayes. Still going to be a hell of a match for the Intercontinental Champion. This is, as mentioned earlier, this is Dom's first title defense after winning the championship. I believe it was last week against Axiom. And Carmelo is a pretty solid person to test your luck against, because Carmelo has the whole package. He has it all. And hence why he is the NXT Championship as well. And Carmelo went up against Alex Young last year, before Alex Young went on his rampage of whatever you want to call it, when he only had the Bloodlust Champion, and those two put on some interesting matches. Weren't really competitive, but they were interesting matches for sure. Dominik won by a roll-up as well, so that's something to keep an eye on. By the aid of Rhea Ripley, she hands the ref the title. We're just moments away from kicking this weekend off. This Labor Day weekend in Canada, and I'm assuming in the States as well, for the Intercontinental Champion. Melo, Dominik, and the ref signals the bell. Here we go. The weekend has officially begun. Dominik Mysterio taking the early advantage and just trying to get into the head of Carmelo. Rolls of the way. Dominik thinking of doing a flip himself, but he says another way. He slides outwards and not giving the fans what they want. Going for a standing moonsault, connects. The gut punch and a neck breaker. Dominik taking full control with the aid of Mommy on the side to Rhea Ripley. The strong forearm connects. Mo trying to come back in this one. Ducks under and a winning neck break of his own. Carmelo trying to show Dominik why the NXT Champion is way more prestigious than the Intercontinental Champion, which is a conversation to be had. Because the Intercontinental Champion has a history behind it like none other. But the NXT Champion, a lot of people who has become NXT Champion has become World Champions down the line. Guys like Seth freaking Rollins. Guys like Big E. guys like Ben Balor. There was a list of people who have become NXT champions, who have down the line many years later, but a few years later, Kevin Owens, who was NXT champion, who became either WWE champion, Universal champion, or just world champion in general. Carmelo Hayes looks to add his name to that list by winning the Intercontenial champion tonight, and then on Sunday going for cover, Dominik Kickstarter won by winning the Intercontenial champion tonight, and then on Sunday going on and winning the men's Money in the Bank briefcase and guaranteeing a shot to become world championship whenever he wants. As well on night 2 we have the Queen versus the Devil for the women's Intercontinental champion. We have Ilya Dragunov against Jacob Graves for the Mercenary champion, which those two are going to beat each other to a pulp because there's two guys who are violent in that ring. Then the main event of night 2, we have, like I mentioned, Gamer, who's getting his first ever singles world title match against the Bandit himself, Alex Young, for the undisputed champion of champions. And then tomorrow on night 1, or day 1, or tomorrow night 1 or day 1, we have explosive Matt Connors against JD McDonough for the skill champion. Instead of a TLC match, we have the Men's Royal Rumble winner Gunther against the Riddler Superstar Edge for the Defendants World Championship. And then the main event for night 1 or day 1 tomorrow, we have it's the man versus the ace, as Becky Lynch takes on Young Ace for the Women's United States Champion and the Defendants Women's Champion. Then opening up WrestleMania tomorrow, we have the Women's Royal Rumble winner Dakota Kai taking on her former friend in Tegan Knox for the NXT Women's Championship. Carmelo tries to slide in the chair, trying to distract the referee. Carmelo has Dominik cornered. Whereas Carmelo and a reverse leg drop connects and stuns Dominik. He is trying to figure out where the hell he is after that athletic maneuver there. Melo jumping up, going for a splash, but Dominik catches him. Scoop slams him to the mat, and Chick Williams is right there to distract Dominik. Dominik seeing Melo coming, and slingshots him to the outside of the ring, going for leg drop to take Melo out, but Melo not staying down, showing why he is known as him down in NXT. A quick snap suplex against Dominik right in front of Rhea Ripley. Dominik with a strong forearm connects, brings Carmelo to the corner, has him, and just tosses him to the outside, and is playing to the crowd now. Dom goes for a splash on the outside, and Carmelo gets some heavy damage, which you need to think he can't get too much damage because he's in a ladder match against 7 other men who are desperate for a championship match, especially since one of those competitors is AJ Danger as well. So Danger has some history with, well, especially Alex Young and Gamer. So whoever walks out of that main event on Sunday, if AJ Danger wins that briefcase earlier in the day, you would think they would have their eye on the winner of that matchup. Chick Williams trying to catch Dominik from behind with a drop kick. Ripley right there to distract Carmelo from the match, and Dominik from behind. Roll up 1, 2, and Dominik Mysterio is still your Intercontinental Championship. By the aid of Rhea Ripley, Dominik Mysterio successfully defends the Intercontinental Championship for his first title defense. Once again, Ripley's there to help him win the matchup and retain the title. Up next, we have the Men's United States Championship on the line as LA Knight, who is the current title holder, places it on the line against the man who is looking to get the most trendiest. We're going with that word. Let's try it again. Going against the man who wants to go viral in Grayson Waller. Waller will do anything to go viral, and him facing LA Knight on the kickoff of the pre-show for the United States Champion is a very easy way to do it, because LA Knight is over. Yeah. And he is. And Waller wants to become championship, and LA Knight is open to any and all challengers. And LA Knight wants to show Grayson Waller whose game it truly is, and it's LA Knight's game. Yeah.
WWE Universe, let him talk to you. I think LA Knight may let his fists do the talking tonight.
LA Knight won the United States Champion 3 months ago against Austin Theory back on SmackDown, and then last month he successfully defended the championship against Dominik Mysterio. Even when Dominik was accompanied by Ripley, he successfully defended the title, and he's been so far the only person to defeat Dominik Mysterio when he has Ripley at ringside, and he is looking to continue that rise of momentum against Grayson Waller. The United States Champion, this championship, just like the Intercontinental, has a lot of history behind it. Not as much, let's be honest, but there's still a lot of history behind it. Grayson Waller wants to go viral, and LA Knight wants to keep the Yeah movement going viral.
He is the WWE United States Champion, LA.
Both men travel to LA Knights from the States there, and Grayson Waller's from, I believe, Australia, so he traveled a long way to come here for this championship opportunity in Montreal, Quebec, Canada at Wrestlemaina weekend here. And there's the U.S. title right there with the eagle that represents the United States, let's be honest. But Waller wants to make the championship not so united, if you know what I mean. As he wants to bring it more back into the international sphere. And be going with the title. One, and Knight kicks out right away. As Waller wants to make it more of an international type of thing. You know, that's the whole purpose of the Intercontinental, but whatever. And he wants to make history of being the first ever Australian-born United States champion. And obviously go viral doing it. and getting that accomplishment of being the first ever Australian-born United States champion would definitely make you go viral. But LA Knight giving a beating to Grayson Waller. I believe the first time they've ever met was back at NXT War Games, when NXT first started with their 2.0 garbage. I believe that's the first time they met. And both of them love to talk. One's better at it, let's be honest, but LA Knight now wrenching the neck of Grayson Waller. And the Women's United States Champion will be on the line in the main event tomorrow, as Yanez places it on the line, as well as her defendants Women's Champion against the man Becky Lynch, as Becky Lynch looks to redeem her demons from last year. Last year, she was in the main event as well, but Youngblood grabbed the chokehold of the gold and ripped it away from Becky Lynch, and became the first ever Australian-born defendants Women's Champion. It's now Becky Lynch wants to recapture that gold that she lost last year, but this time against Youngblood's frenemy in the ace that runs this place, Yanez. LA Knight just stomping away at Grayson Waller in the corner, going for ground, and trying to look for the Blood Force Strong perhaps, but Grayson Waller's incoming, and Knight just not giving it to Waller. Wrenching the leg now, weakening the knee, attacking the lower back, not allowing Grayson Waller to get any momentum here in Montreal. Brings him back to the corner, perhaps look for more ground and pound. Nope. Hosting him up. Looking for something big here, perhaps. A sidewalk slam right on top of the turnbuckle. And the pattern there, it's thick, but it's not as thick as to not leave damage into the spine, perhaps, of Grayson Waller. Waller is trying to come back in this one with a chop to the chest there, but Knight dodged out of the way. Waller on to the ropes, and a wicked left-hand punch grounds LA Knight. He's trying to recover where he is, and Grayson goes flying, and Knight's in a coming, and LA's giving him a talking to on the mat on the outside. Grayson Waller and LA Knight are brawling on the outside, disregarding the referee's count at any measure, and just want to beat the living pope out of each other. But Knight brings it back into the ring, because that's the only way Grayson Waller can become the United States Champion, is inside the squared circle, and a fireman's carry down to the mat. Cover 1, 2, and Grayson Waller kicks out. Stays in it. LA Knight sizing him up, trying to go for the Blood Force Trauma, but you couldn't see it happening, as Grayson Waller had him scouted, and a Russian leg sweep takes out LA Knight, going for the cover, 1, and LA Knight kicks out a 1. Waller's starting to get frustrated. He can't seem to put away LA Knight and become the first ever Australian-born United States Champion. Blood Force Trauma connects to Grayson Waller to finish him off. 1, 2, and Waller kicks out at 2 of the Blood Force Trauma. LA Knight getting frustrated and just aiming and just grounding pounding the forehead of LA Knight. Going from body shot at Grayson Waller. Staying in this then. Staying in this to become the United States Champion. To the corner now. LA Knight staying in this one. A wicked right hand takes out Waller once again, heading back to the top. And a knee straight to the arm of Waller, going for the cover to capitalize on the damage. 1, 2, and Waller kicks out at 2. Picks up Waller. Trying to go for the Blood Force Trauma again. Nope, rolls him up. And a set-out reverse power driver. Waller rolls to the outside. And a reminder that Day 1/Part 1 of Wrestlemaina is tomorrow, and we open things off with the Women's Royal Rumble winner Dakota Kai taking on Tegan Knox for the NXT Women's Championship. Going for the reverse power driver once again and connects. Knight sizing him up. Looking for another BFT. No. Waller seen it coming this time. Knight waited too long. Rolls out of the sidewalk slam. Knocks out Grayson Waller once again with that wicked right strike. Sizing him up. Waller has him scouting on a rolling face buster. Going for the cover. One. And Knight takes out of one. Perhaps looking to finish him off with a rolling stunner. But Knight's not going to stay down, not going to give up the United States Championship that easily. Waller has him against the rope, stunned. But Knight standing in with a picture-perfect dropkick, knocks down Waller off his feet. But Waller uses those same exact feet to knock down Knight and stay in this one. And a wicked clothesline by Knight. Waller trying to go back to his original plan, but Knight not allowing it. And the penalty connects! Grayson Waller and Waller's foot grabs the rope and breaks up the pin immediately, and an elbow drop misses as Waller rolls out of the way, and a drop kick connects to LA Knight. Grayson Waller attacking the legs now, weakening them so LA Knight cannot use them to gain advantage or use that strength to take out Grayson Waller, but going for a cradle. 1, 2, and 3. LA Knight pulls the playbook out of Dominik Mysterio's, pulls a move out of Dominik Mysterio's playbook as he uses a cradle to successfully defend the United States Championship. We open things off tomorrow for the NXT Women's Champion between the Women's Royal Rumble winner Dakota Kai and Tegan Knox. See you guys all tomorrow.